All right, we still have like 2 minutes left on the break. All right, so I guess we can take a little look into this. Plus, I can eat and snack. So next up here, we'd be parsing the hash. Now this one's going to be interesting because I think that it's null terminated, but I think I just go to the end. So I think this is the only one I want. So I don't think I have to split it. I think we're just good on this. Now I am curious on how long this is. I believe that this should be length 40. So let's actually try this. Let's debug. Oh, we have to get the sum bytes. Welcome back, Twitch. Okay, so we have a parse hash. We extract the bytes out with the sum bytes. We have those, and so the next thing that I want to do is let's right now check to see how long this is, because my guess is that these are bytes and I want to convert them into a hex. Right? Like what? Okay, your checksum is a hash. Your hash is that, do I implement like a from? So I implement a new hash with this U820. I wonder if I want to implement like a from U840. I'm really curious about how long this is going to be. Wait, why are you helping me? Oh, because I misspelled sum. That would do it. Okay, so I should now see how long these bytes are if I use this. I almost ran this without parsing the hash and be like, why didn't I get the length? Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing up here. So we're going to parse the hash. We get the next lines, error parsing hash. And the length is 37. Why is it 37? Why is that not 20 or 40? Oh, is it? Wait, okay, so is it 37 because this is compressed. This is compressed. This is a compressed 40 length hash, isn't it? All right, what did I do before? Oh, interesting. So I just got the next 20 of them. That's all I cared about. It's just 20. It's just the 20. Okay. I am still concerned about this, though. Oh, I wonder if it's going to be something like the length. If there's going to be something else in there. I can't remember what exactly it looks like anymore. But we can print line this, and that might work. I could just throw it into self. Yeah, so let's try this. Let's debug. Oh, would I hex it? It's just gonna be 20 of them. It might be. Yeah, let's debug this first. I want to see. Oh wait, I bet these aren't readable. These are not readable. If they were, I bet this is okay. So I bet these are the compressed. Okay, so let's do. We have to do the entire thing with the compressed stuff. The compressor, how does that work again? It's the something. Oh, right, it's the decoder. So I want a decoder for read. Okay, so I want a decoder. You take in, oh, anything that implements read, which I think would be the bytes. Oh, how do I do this? Like read. There was the read the exact number of bytes required to fill the buffer. Right, okay, and that takes in a buffer. So then let mute. This will be the hash. It's going to be a. Give me 20 of those. Oh, right. We start with zeros. So just fill it with zeros. That'll be fine. Read exact into there. And then I should be able to debug the hash. Okay. And we are parsing this. So we're running that. So this should be fine. Corrupt deflate stream. Oh, well, that's not great. Corrupt deflate stream. So the decoder didn't like that. Is it the zlib decoder? Is it decoded? Or is it just in something else? Maybe it's not a decoder. Now, if I try to run this hash, this, I believe, fails, right? Because it's not printable characters. Oh, wait, no, because that's just empty. If I try to print these out, I believe this fails. This should crash, right? No. It's when I try to turn this into... It's when I try to turn this into a string. That's when it crashes. Can I do something with hex for this? Let's see. It's turning into string would be hex encode. Yeah, so I probably want to encode as hex string using lower characters. Okay. So if I encode you, which you take a T, so if I pass into bytes, I wonder if you're going to crash. That looks way too long. It's supposed to be 20. Decode, I don't think would work here. Although I do tend to get them mixed up in my mind all the time, constantly throughout this project. So we could try it. I don't think this will work. So my thought is no, this is a bad idea and won't work. Yeah, I think I'm passing in more than 20. So yeah, okay. So let's go back to decode. Sorry, let's go back to encode. But instead of passing this, let's now pass in 0 through 20. So the first 20 bytes. Oh, the size, right, because you don't know how big this is. Well, fine. I have to convert this into... kind of like into vec or something. Oh, because, okay, no, that won't work. So then I have to do bytes. To vec that. Now I can do that. Well, now I'm telling you I don't care how long, Hey, this is okay. So what? I want. Oh, it's just the stupid reference. I keep on forgetting I need the stupid reference. Like that. I never needed to convert it to a vec. Yeah, I see that now. I moved the chat onto the same window that I'm programming on, and I didn't look right to see that. Thank you, Skimus. Okay, so if we do that, then let's try this again. That looks better. So let's now create a hash. And we'll hand it. Ooh, but I can't. I have to take like ownership of this. Oh, it won't let me take a reference, will it? Oh, that sucks. So I'm not gonna be able to do something like this, where bytes of 0 through 20. Yeah, expected owning it, but I can't do this either because it doesn't know how long this is. Oh, fun. Fun. Okay, so you would think like, hey, I'm telling you to be exactly 20. Come on, just like take it. There's probably a try from impl for U8N. Ooh. Let's try into then. Yeah, it doesn't yell at me. Okay, so that's probably exactly what it is. Okay, so we set that. Now we want self.hash. What? Oh, self.checksum equals hash. Okay, so now you're done. Now we're going to come back up to here, and we have our debug happening after the first one. So still good. So there's our hash. Our Cloud, hello. How are you doing today? Oh, you redeemed the Change Helix theme to RO Cloud. I don't think that there's a theme called RO Cloud. Do you have another theme you want to change to? Otherwise, I'll just redeem it back to you. Here, I'll redeem it back to you. And if you come up with a theme you want, you could redeem it again and put that theme in there. No problem. I'm trying to figure out better ways to use channel points for stuff. All right. Okay, so we debugged the tree object. I am interested in the tree itself. So if I debug the tree object, checksum, do I implement display for this? I do. Which then I encode it. Perfect. Okay, so let's just print line. Okay, so for the first tree object, I guess we'll just do the one thing, right? So we'll have tree object dot mode object type file name checksum, and then that should display out properly. Oh, you don't implement display, but you implement debug. So that'll be fine. Okay, so now we see, here's the hash that we see out of there like that. Now, if I do our get ls tree for get attributes, this is 176a. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we got it out. Perfect. That's exactly what we were looking for. So, and I think that's all the information. I think now we're at the end of the line and we're done. You're right. That is the wrong type, isn't it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we're not right. We're not done. This is a tree. I took it from the tree itself, which is this entire thing, but this is a blob. Okay, hold on. Now I need to this is the entire file. So that's wrong. How do I know if it's a blob or not? Do I just know based upon the mode? I don't remember anymore. Ooh, but I want, well, not this thing. I want, this is how to use ls tree. I want the actual tree behind the scenes. That's a reference. There's a commit objects. But was there a tree objects? Tree objects. Oh, it's the mode. The mode is what we look for. If you're 644, that's a normal file. 755 executable file, symbolic link, and then I think 4,000 or 40,000 or whatever that was is a folder. Because I'm not seeing anything in the actual tree itself that says like blob. All I see is something like this. So I think the 4,000. Your tree writing function should also tell you whether or not you're writing out a blob or a tree anywhere. I know, but I'm reading a tree file that I created with Git itself. And I'm going to be reading something that like Git created up on GitHub. So that's the problem there. I think that's what it is. We have to look at the mode. So parse the header won't work. So, okay, we don't need to parse the header. Like, there's no reason to parse the header anymore. If I parse mode and file name, which also gives me the type, great. So file name is that. So then I really want to take this mode and, okay, then we're going to do a from for the tree object type. So instead of a U8 for this, you're going to be a U32. So if you are, now we have to look at what these are. I think it was something like 10064 is a blob. Also, oh wait, that's 664, I think. Like, or just 644. You're a blob. If you're 40,000. Okay, yeah, so 100644 or 644. One less number for the fours, and then 755. Is that? Okay, so if you're any of those, otherwise we can't create you. Okay, so parse header, we don't do this anymore, but we once again skip one. Okay, and then we get you, and then we print you out. Okay, let's try this again. Yes and no, but both should follow the same logic. If you're not writing blob anywhere, it needs to be inferred from the mode. If you're writing it, should be readable from the file you received. But I don't think it's in there. I don't think like the word blob, like, oh, sorry, I don't think the word blob, tree, commit, tag, or whatever is in there, which is fun. Okay, so we get blob now, and everything else should be right. Okay. So now I want to loop through. So for the lines, so we'll do for line that will work because I get next on those. Oh wait, we're already splitting, aren't we? No. Okay, so wait, I'm getting all these things. We're getting all the lines for this. I want to iterate over. I can't iterate over the lines because we need these two for each line. Okay, so we want while lines dot. Is there a way for me to tell if there's any is next, like is next? Left or something like that? Uh-oh. Oh no, Skimmus. Wait, what link was that? Oh, of course it was code. Of course. I'm sorry about that. While let some line equals lines done next. Oh, well, see, but that's the problem is I need to do it twice. So inside the same loop. Inside this loop, I need to do this twice. So I essentially need to do something like loop. These two things. We create a tree object in here. And then we push the tree object in, right? So then we just do tree objects. Tree object. Okay, so we're good to go. We pushed you in here, but we need a way to know that we've reached the end and there's nothing next. Because those are options, aren't they? Which I was handling outside of it, but well, I guess you know what? Up here. All right, let's update you. Let's not take this. Oh, if the lines iterator is peekable, oh, I have not used peek. Ooh, let's try it. So we push you in. So now if I do, ooh, it is peek. Okay, so peekable creates an iterator which can use the peek and peek mute methods. Okay, so wait, I want to do this up here, don't I? So make you peekable. And now we can do if lines dot peek returns a reference to the next value without advancing the iterator, which that's going to be a none. Okay, so if let none equals lines.peek, I want to break. We're done. Now you're done here. Let's debug all of the tree objects. And we should be good to go. We panicked at line 33. Error parsing mode and file name. Invalid UTF-8 sequence of 1 bytes from index 1. Uh-oh. How many did we get through? Let's see how many objects we get. Once. Okay, so we go through one and we're good. The second one we're no longer good on again, which is great. Okay, so can we see what you are? Can I do like an else? I don't think I can, right? So let's do if let some. Oh, it's gonna be bytes. Oh, because I skipped one. Okay, so hold on. Do I have to skip two? Because it's 12, and that's not right. Now, oh, okay, now I'm confused again. So we have our first null here, but then everything starts. So is there like a final null that I don't care about? So I skip this one, which has like the tree length. No, because you just end. It just ends here like that, which I believe is the end hash. Well, that's fun. So it was 12, it was length 12. I get one. The individual items are not null terminated. Oh, great. Well, then there's my problem. So when will you make a course for Rust or Python with LM? I'm struggling with some RAG, and I'm sure you'll find all the solutions I haven't thought about. I want to. That's actually one of the projects that I have in the backlog, is to do something with LLM. I don't know what to do with it yet. I've heard of RAG, but I don't really know, like I don't really know much about it. So I'd have to do a project first, but then maybe we'll do a something like that. The hash ends on 20 bytes and then immediately the next one starts. No null byte in between. Oh no. Okay, so then okay, so this is not okay, so this all doesn't work. It was a good idea, but not right. I think, okay, so what are the next things that I can do? We can create a cursor over it. And then like just read through it. It's because we don't know how long they are, because of, yeah, so we don't know how long each line is because there's no length on the line. There's only a length on the full file, which is not helpful. I could wrap a cursor around the value. And then we'll like skip. Okay, so we skip the first. No, we can't just like skip the first byte. So we can like figure out, okay, skip until the first null. And then we hand it to extract. I mean, that might be what we have to do. Then we just hand everything to like extract that. Okay, so I think we have to create a cursor around this. So this idea didn't work, but let's try type 2. So let mute our cursor. Oh, misspelled cursor. A new around the value. We don't do this with lines. So now I want to skip until we get the first null. Can I do that? There's no skip. Oh, I can still read from a slice and then, oh, and then it continues to move forward. Okay, then I don't need a cursor. Or pass the iterator around. I think that's what it is. I have to pass the iterator around. So I'm going to begin by looping through the value until we hit the first null. So I guess let's create a iterator over it, right? So we have the value iter. Now, how do I move to, well, that's seek, right? That's why I need seek. I need to find where that first null is. None of these. I can find. You can do that with the skip while and other adapters. Oh, okay. Wait, is there a skip while on here? Ooh, okay, so skip. Creates an iterator that skips elements based on a predicate. Skip while takes a closure as an argument. It will call this closure on each element of the iterator and ignore elements until it returns a false. Oh, until it returns a false. Okay. Oh, that's like backwards from what I was expecting. So we're gonna get a byte. And I want the oh, weird. And I want the byte to not be equal to a null. And that returns a new iterator? Oh, yeah, okay. So this is going to be our so values after header. So now everything after. So this skips us into here. So now we should just go straight to the mode. And now I want to hand it this iterator and it extracts the mode out. And so this is going to be something an impulse iterator item equals U8. Okay, so this will be fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So we're going to do a pub function, extract. We'll extract the mode first. So extract mode. Oh, I need another skip one to skip the null byte itself. Oh, it doesn't skip it. Oh, it doesn't go over it. It just goes right up to it. Oh, that's too bad. Skip one. Okay, cool. Done. Okay, so extract mode. We have you. And then, okay, so we want our iterator over the items. So we have our bytes. And this is going to be something that impulse iterator. Is it type or item? I guess it's item equals a U8. Okay, so I want to extract out. Okay, so extract it out. We have, this is just all the bytes now. So I want to go up until, so these are mode bytes. You're going to be we don't know how long you are, right? So we'll just make this a vector. We will loop through this until we find a null byte. Is that another null byte? A space byte. So for So we begin looping through this. Wait a second, but this isn't going to work, right? Because this is going to... Wait, I'm giving ownership of the iterator over to it. So either I need to give the iterator back to it, or I need to take a reference to the iterator. I should probably do a reference to the iterator. Is it there? There, okay. So for byte in bytes, we want to, so okay, we want to check to see if you, as long as you are not, so if byte is equal to a space, then we're going to break out. Otherwise, we're going to push the byte into here. And then once we have that, we're going to convert the node bytes to a string and then parse it. Fun. So we're going to do self dot mode is going to be equal to okay. And that should allow me to extract the mode and we move through. Take while instead? I haven't tried take while. Also, hello, Hugh. How are you doing today? Take while it's not. Oh yeah, take while it's not a thing. That could work. Let me see if this works, and then we'll try that. Okay, so tree object. You wouldn't be, okay, so. Do I want this loop anymore? I want the loop. Okay, we're gonna do, okay, so we skip all that, so we skip into the first null, we skip that, and then I start, like I pass the iterator in, and it does its thing. Okay, and then I need to start doing it over and over and over again until we no longer have anything left in the iterator. And so then I want peekable in there. And so if there's no more items in here, why are you upset? Are you upset because you're not mutable? Oh, you need to be mutable. Why does peek need it to be mutable? Oh, it expected. Oh, fun. Expected a peekable skip while iter. Oh, so impl iterator doesn't work for that? Oh, that's not good. Let's not make you peekable. Let's not do this. And let's panic again, because that's always been great. Extract mode. Oh, so this is wrong. So it doesn't. This is. Oh, Rust Analyzer. You're lying to me. This is not the type. Oh, the error set needs to be over owned U8. Oh, here. I was looking at this error. To be an iterator, it yields U8, but it yields reference to U8. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's silly of me. Fine. But okay, we'll still do the same thing. And I'll add the peekable stuff back in if I need to. Or if I can't. Crash. Error. I should probably have checked for errors before I did anything. Anonymous lifetimes and infiltrate are unstable. Okay. I have to do it on a lifetime here. Okay, so you just changed the iterator to use copied. What do you mean by that? I don't think I can copy it. Unless it was a smart pointer, but I don't think iterators are smart pointers. Chain copied onto the end so it's over U8. But the concern then is, as I'm looping through and using this iterator here, does it, even if I copy it, does it work over here? Oh, when you mean copied this thing. Okay. I'm thinking about the wrong thing. It copies all the elements. Okay, I'm not copying. For some reason, my brain was thinking about copying the iterator. But what really copy does is it copies the values in the iterator. Much, much better. Okay. There we go. Now we can do that. Now you're happy. Now we can test. And okay, so we panicked. That's good. I mean, if I had pushed this in here, that would have been even better. Okay, first item, mode 10064. Oh, the ad break started. I didn't want that to happen because we're about to end. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Twitch. I wasn't paying attention to, I have to look way over there to see the ad break in process. Previously, I want to say they were putting this into the chat of like the ad break starting soon. I'm kind of sorry, kind of like sad that they didn't continue that. Or maybe it like changed for some reason. Okay, so now we have this, which is good. So we extract the mode. Next up, I want to pub function set object type. I don't need anything passed in. I'm just doing result because I can. And now we want to pass it in from the mode, right? So now we just do self dot object type equals wrong object type, tree object type from self dot mode. Yeah, that cannot fail. And so if something cannot fail, there's no reason to do a result. This one also cannot fail. Wait, no, it can fail. Question marks. This one cannot fail. So there's no reason to do a result. So not that far. We do that. All right, that's my alarm. Okay, so we do that, then so tree object set the object type, and so now it should be, I mean, it's going to be a blob the same, but like it should actually, you know, okay. Wait, should not crash. Attempting to extract tree object type, but not one of the types. Well, that's not great. What was the type? The type was 100644. One zero zero six four four. Shouldn't it have done that? Oh, 664. Thank you. Was that 664? No, it's 6, yeah. 1007. Thank you, Hugh. There we go. Okay, so we have our mode, we have our object type. Next would be file name. I am running out of time though, unfortunately. So, but I do want to check to see if this works the way we expect it to. So, tree object. Let's try setting this up as quickly as we can. So pub function extract file name. And our bytes are going to be the mutable iterator over that. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We want to move. Okay, so we want to move around. We want to get probably the mode bytes, loop over it. But do the same thing, right? Because this is until at the end of get attributes, it's a null, right? I think it's a null to let us know it's done. Otherwise, we don't know it's done. It's not a space because that's something that's printable here. It's a null. So now we can try the one you were suggesting, which is going to be a take while. So I do bytes, creates an iterator that yields elements based on a predicate, Take while takes a closure as an argument. It will call this closure on each element and yield while it returns true. Okay, so I want let byte let byte for byte. And bytes that take while. I want the byte to be, wait, is it true or false? Creates an iterator that yields elements based on predicate. Take while takes a closure element. It will call this closure on each element of the iterator and yield elements while it returns true. So while the byte is not equal to a null character. Okay, so for bytes in bytes take while, we get this byte. I want to throw it into the name. So we're gonna do our file name bytes. This will have to be a vector. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that right before you put that in there. Okay, so I put you in there. You have the vector. I want to create a string from this, and then we're going to return that. And if I remember a string from, this can return an option, so a result. So we're going to turn a result. Nothing in it. So we're going to say self dot file name is going to be equal to string from UTF-8, handed the file name bytes, give it a context of extracting file name, and question mark that, and now we should be good. So now we run extract file name and pass it in the iterator. I can collect those bytes. Ooh, I could collect them into a vector. Nice. I'll have to do that next time because I've run out of time. So if we run you now we see the file name. Okay. So unfortunately I've run out of time. I'm sorry about that, but I'm 7 minutes over. I have to leave early today because I have a meeting that's coming up and I need to prepare for it. We're like, I think we're getting really close on this refactor here, which then should allow us to move forward back on the clone command that we were working on previously. And then hopefully if we get all day next Monday, I think there's a fairly good chance we can be done with this. Fairly good chance. So with that, let me go ahead and commit this before I forget. And what message should we give ourselves? So we're still working in JRS, refactoring, or rewriting, really. Rewriting the loop that lets parses extracts info from the bytes. All right, and then I'll be able to take a look at that and then go from there. CodeCrafters is obviously going to yell at us when it gets to the lstree command because we don't do it right. So I don't think we need to hang around and look at that. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. Had some fun discussions. We got some fun places in CodeCrafters, and unfortunately, I have to leave early. So with that, have a great rest of your day. Tomorrow morning, I'll be here at the normal time in order to work on the LMS and Docker course. So if you're interested in you or Rust on the front end using you, check that out. So with that, have a good one and bye.